Hello, how are we doing today? My name is Spectrum Dominus, and I will be opening for you on this What's in the Box Wednesday, episode 52. If you are a fan of the channel, well, I appreciate that. That's very nice of you. You should thank yourselves for me. But if you're a fan of the channel and you've watched this series, you know that today we're opening up, well, no, you don't know, because I changed my mind. We were planning on opening up this Leaf set. That 1992 Leaf Series 1 baseball. It's even got a sticker up there that says $49.99 reduced to $16.99. And this has been sitting in the box since it was purchased for $16.99. I'm going to guess nearly 2 decades ago. It is an old set from back when I used to collect. So I figured I'd open it up and pull whatever rookies and the cards that I need for my base collection. I mean, my PC, just the Don Mattingly and the Cal Ripken and stuff like that. And I'll still do that. I will. But I went through the list, and aside from Juan Guzman, there's not a single rookie I've even heard of. And Juan Guzman is not a rookie that I'm collecting. It's just someone I was chasing back in 1992. So there is literally nothing to look for in that set. So I'm going to probably do that one off the channel, or maybe I'll just stick it on a shelf, and whenever I order some stuff for What's in the Box Wednesday, but there's a delay in shipping and I don't have anything, then I'll pull it down and say, I guess we're doing this today. So we're going to pass on that. Unfortunately, I don't really have anything. I do have stuff to open, but I haven't really prepped for it. I didn't go buy a box yet. So what we're going to open is, I have a stack, I should say. It's not like just a pile, but it's a stack of stuff that can be opened, and I don't really know what I'm getting into. It's not sports stuff mostly. So today what we're going to open is, I have a box with 2 decks missing. So apparently years ago, I or whoever I got this from opened 2 decks and never opened the rest of it. But it is a DC Comics collecting card game called Overpower, the card game. Came out in 1996, and I have 10 of these starter decks. Now my hope is that the cards in the starter decks are different. We may get 2 decks in and go, oh, well, it's all the same cards. At which point, this will be a short video. But when this was originally opened, if it was opened by me, I would have been opening it for a different purpose. I would have been opening it in hopes to get really cool cards on this collectible game and maybe like the card game. Now I'm hoping to open it and go, that's a pretty cool Superman card. I think I'm going to get that graded. That's a pretty, So that's what we're looking at here. We're looking at this stuff is going to have a pop count very, very, very low. And we've talked about pop counts and how I'm going to try to manipulate it a little. And it looks like 2 of these, the wrappers are off, but the cards are still in it. So we'll do those actually last. We're going to do one of the ones with the wrappers on it first, just in case whoever I got it from, and again, it might have been me, mix those cards up as part of a deck. We'll see. But I do expect, assuming that there is differences in these decks, to pull, I don't know, 10. We got 10 decks, 1 per deck. And I don't mean that there's only 1 card per deck. Maybe 1 deck I'll pull and I'll be like, yeah, there's nothing in here, or only doubles. But I expect to pull at least an average of 1 card per deck that I'd be like, yeah, this is cool. Again, assuming not all the decks are the same. So, like I said, change of pace. We'll see how this goes. This may be a very quick video, which is good because I have things I have to do. So, without further ado, let's start by opening the deck, and then we will get this thing started. If you have any questions, let me know. For those of you who know or who've been watching, we just did Marvel comic cards just 2 episodes ago, I think. Oh no, it was last week. Last week we did Marvel cards. So I talked about how I'm a big comic book fan. I used to own a comic book shop. Actually, twice I've owned a comic book shop. And whereas I do believe some of the best stories of all time are Marvel stories, they tend to put on better stories, although my favorite of all time is a DC story. The character-wise, I'm a DC character guy. Easily 8 of my top 10 favorite characters of all time are DC. I'm a second-tier hero type of guy. I love Nightwing and Robin and Wally West Flash and Kyle Rayner Green Lantern and stuff like that. So we'll see what we get here. First of all, we're going to get this little card booklet that tells you how to play. I'm going to take a look at that off stream and see what that's about. Try to learn the cards. So we're going to take some of them. They all have the same back, obviously. And we have a Catwoman. It's worth 3 power or something. We don't know what the numbers mean, and there's not as a lot of detail on the cards like I'd hoped there would be. This is my guy. That's Nightwing. There's a chance I will get that graded. And next level grade just because. Bane, that's one of my favorite villains. I believe that the Joker should have been killed off a while ago, and they should have turned Bane into the big Batman villain. That's my favorite Batman villain. That is not Lady Shiva. That's a good question. I'm going to have to look into who that is. The name of Toya, I believe that is. There's the Riddler. Very, very, very Batman family heavy and villain heavy. But there's Steel. There's a Superman. I'm wondering how far they get outside of Superman and Batman now that I'm looking at the cover and it has Superman and Batman on it, and the back says Batman and Superman in their first collectible card game. I'm wondering if we're going to run into any Green Lantern, Wonder Woman, or anything like that. There's the Eradicator and Parasite. Man, I haven't seen this stuff in so long that Superboy Con-El. That's another one of my guys. I'm gonna assume that's Jim Grayson, not Grayson, Jim Gordon. There's Supergirl. Now this is old Supergirl. That is not. I mean, it might be Kara Zor-El, but it is not the 16-year-old girl that came out in the Supergirl comic in the mid to late 90s. That is a early Huntress. Maybe from a different Earth 1 or something. I don't know. That I have some knowledge. I'm not the knowledge guy. I'm not super knowledgeable. There's Robin, another one of my guys. There's the Penguin. All right, here's some special stuff. Nice. There's a Bane Intimidation. A Enhanced Physique for Bane. And Bane Pharaoh Rage. And then we have a Bane character card, I'm going to call it. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know enough about it. That gives me hope that all these decks are not the same. Like, if this is a Bane deck, then maybe if we... well, look, there's a bunch of teamwork cards, and we've got more stuff coming. I just don't want to pull them all at the same time. Teamwork, Joker, Catwoman, and Poison Ivy. Teamwork, Riddler, Penguin, and Two-Face. Ally. I guess, Lady Shiva, right there. It says right there, Lady Shiva. See, I knew that other one wasn't Shiva. Ally, Scarecrow. Oh, it's ally to Bane. They're heels. They're bat heels. I'm a wrestler. They're bad guys. Silver Banshee, ally. Laser. Now we're getting weapons. Dodge. Blindside with Robin on it. Uppercut with Bane on it. Is Azrael. Training. Training for Doomsday. There is a Batman and a Superman training. Put those up there just because they're Batman and Superman. Steel, the Riddler. There's another Superman. There's another Batman. There's a Luthor. I was going to say, I bet a Joker's next, and sure enough it was. And that's a cool Joker card. I'm going to get that one graded. Probably PSA. I might be able to get someone to buy that. So these look like the same stuff we started with, just more of the characters. That was Two-Face, and this is not Rush al Ghul. Well, it might be Rush al Ghul. I was going to say Vandal Savage, but I think it's probably Rush al Ghul. I'm just not used to him with purple. I think of him as green. That one I don't know. That one is Titania. I guess that's supposed to be Croc. There is Cyborg Superman. There is Metallico. And there is Poison Ivy. Alright. Metallo. Alright. Oh, there you go. There's a nice Batman, Aquaman. There's a... Okay, so I'm wondering if all these cards are going to be the same, and then this is what's going to be what different. I kind of expected there to be a section of different cards. So I think I just found them. We'll find out. We got a Joker, Maniacal Genius. Joker Double Cross. Joker Player Card, or whatever. Joker High Voltage Buzzer. Doomsday, Out for Blood. Doomsday, Tough Hide. Doomsday Player Card. Doomsday Bony Protrusions. Mental Illusions for Brainiac. Brainiac getting a... Yep, he's getting a player card. Now I'm a little less hopeful that the teams will be different. The decks will be different because now we're getting everyone. Force Field for Brainiac. Force Mine for Brainiac. Then we got a Justice League Case Files Into the Depths. Another... Oh, 3 Into the Depths, all different. So that's kind of neat. Now, let's look at the cards that we really have a chance to be grading. Batman, Aquaman, Mission Into the Depths. I guess I should hold it up a little better than that. This says 5 of 7 on the back. So I wonder if there's 7 there, and I got all 7, and that means that they're all 7 are going to be in everyone. But that one's much glossier, and it's got, it's kind of neat. We'll put it over there, but that or this deck happens to be a Into the Depths deck, and there will be different ones. Let's hope, because all 7 of these I think are going to be Into the Depth. All right, we got Mission Into the Depth. That card. There's Into the Depths again with Aquaman fighting. I mean, it sure does look like that's Martian Manhunter pretending to be Solomon Grundy or something. I don't know. Aquaman, Batman, Aquaman, all missions Into the Depth, and finally, that's probably the best one. That's the nicest looking one. That's kind of cool. All right, so those 1 or 2 of those might get graded. We'll see. But now for the real test. We're going to open another one and see if it's exactly the same. If it's exactly the same, we're not even going to go through it. We're going to just call it the deck, the What's in the Box Wednesday, and I'll have a better one for you next week. But let's not hold our breaths. We got time. It could happen. It could be good. I had no problem opening it last time. Now I'm going to have a problem. All right. My hope is they're different because that one was Batman, Aquaman. I would think that if they were all the same, they'd have Superman. So I think I'm going to pull a Superman Wonder Woman here or something like that. Another book. And what I can say is, looking at the back, it is different. I don't know what it is, but it is different. So we will leave it down and just look at the rest of the deck and see if that is all the same. That is all the same. Well, not all. Not all. Okay. So the regular character, these regular cards are the same. These are in every deck. But the ones that are like this is different. We got Commissioner Gordon this time. Last time it was Bane. So you got a Commissioner Gordon and the GCPD, tear gas cans, riot gear, and reinforcements, and then a Commissioner Gordon base card. All right, so at least there's something to go through here. Which means we will go through all of them. Oh, look at that. Let's leave that one down and start here. We got, let's put all those down and let's see. So it starts at the Superman and the Batman. Those are all part of the repeating stuff. Now we know how the deck is built. The teamwork on this one is Nightwing, Robin, and Supergirl. Ally for it's Gangbuster, so it's a bad guy ally. This is a good guy ally, Lois Lane. Ally Oracle. Man, I love Oracle, but that is a terrible picture of Oracle. Barbara Gordon looks way better than that. Laser, that's a dupe. So is a Dodge. And Blindside. Maybe these are the same, and maybe I just didn't realize I got those other two. Yep, these are all the same. Did I get a training Batman? Yeah, I did. Yeah, these are all the same. I bet I either flipped through them so quick I didn't realize I had those first few, or yeah, I don't even know. All right, so this one that I said that I'd look up later, I'm not really worried about it. We're getting one in every pack. All right, so here we are. We're going to quickly turn this around to here, and we're going to get our answer. The answer is that's Thorn. That I didn't know. All right. There's a Thorn. There's a Thorn team card, player card. There's a Thorn Street Fighter, and a Thorn Barbed Lash. Then we got Superman player card. Superman Defying Earth's Gravity. Heat Vision. Up, Up, and Away with Superboy. Oh, do we get a Superboy? Yes, we do. A Superboy player card. I'm going to put that one up there. Superboy Tactical Kinesis. Kid of Steel. Superboy. Let's just drop it over and over and over again. Then we have, this one's called Eye of the Storm. Superman punching Parasite, it looks like. Superman walking away from Green Lantern. This is Green Lantern built a little thing around him. And Green Lantern Parasite, which means we're going to get some Green Lantern stuff. Now, we got the teamwork. Teamwork is the same. We're just going to move that one on. Oh, that should have been with all the other ones. And here's the special ones. Yeah, so here we go. That one is absolutely going to get... I hope it is not destroyed, because they are made with the type that stick together after a while. So hopefully they don't spot, because they will spot. All right, well, let's pull one at a time like this. Eye of the Storm. What was the other one called? Mission Into the Deeps. All right, so this is Eye of the Storm. Green Lantern and Superman. We got Eye of the Storm, Superman, and Green Lantern with the Parasite there. There is Eye of the Storm, Green Lantern, and Superman. Superman lifting a truck. There we go. Parasite beating up Green Lantern. Superman blowing him better than he's ever been blown. there is Superman and Green Lantern saying, well, let him get his frustration out over here, and then we'll fight him. There we go. Green Lantern making Superman a super suit to fight Parasite, and then him punching the Parasite off screen. He punched him so hard he flew off screen. All right. So yeah, I'm splitting these into two columns, groupings. It should be split into three. One should be all of the cards that's in every deck, and then the other second one should be all the ones that are unique to the decks, and then the third one should be the ones that I need to decide whether or not I'm sending off. There's a potential for me to send off. All right, this is one of the ones that was opened before. It did not have a plastic on it, but it does look like it hasn't been shuffled or anything. It is in its normal status, but it is Eye of the Storm again. So it's the same one, same Green Lantern Superman one. So we're not going to go through these again. I'm going to put them in the pile of maybe I will get them graded, because one, if I can get two of them graded good, then so be it. But more importantly, I can, like this one here, you can see at the bottom where they stuck together, how they've all ripped up. That's what happens when you make cards like, see right there, like the Fleer Ultra type stuff. And then these, we're just going to see, this time we got Batman. So Batman, oh no, this is Training. Training is always the same, so is that. We've got Commissioner Gordon again. So that's the same. All the way down to here, Ally, Uppercut, yeah, this is all the same, Blindside Dodge. We got Superman again. That's all the same. Same, we got Thorn, yeah, this is Superboy. This is the same as the one we just opened. So, when you, looks like, and I'm going to do the other one that I already had open, but it looks like when you have it, all the sub characters are the same as well, if that makes sense. So if this happens to be Batman Aquaman again, then we'll get Bane again, is my point. That being said, that's exactly what it is. We got Batman Aquaman again, Into the Deeps. So let's check to see if our people that we got are the same. You know, the Into the Deep's the same. The Training, Killer Croc is the same. Oh wait, Killer Croc is not the same. Okay, so this is different. We got Killer Croc, Energy, what does that say? Rampage. That's the same. Killer Croc, Scaly Skin. Could you please, do your job, Light? Thank you. Lex Luthor, Skilled Martial Artist. Killer Croc, Slippery Escape. I wonder. I'm going to try something real quick. You're going to try something now? Yes, I am. Camera in use. Okay. I'm going to try to turn the flashlight on. I was like, maybe if I turn the flashlight on, it'll just blow light right into the cards, and then this side thing won't be as bad. But actually, it feels like it did it. Oh, no, it didn't. All right. So we got Bane, which we already had. Lex Luthor, that's the new one still. There's another Lex Luthor. Knockout, that's new as well. I said Titania. It's Knockout. See? I don't know things. There's another Bane. There's going to be a Titania around it. Knockout, I mean. More. I was like, Titania is a Wonder Woman villain, but I was early enough in the decks that I didn't realize that there were no other villains but Superman, Batman. Makes me kind of sad that it's all Superman, Batman. I mean, Superman, Batman's cool. Love me some Superman, Batman. I mean, my hat is Superman right now, and that wasn't even planned. But there's the knockout player card. LA knockout. There's the last knockout. Female Fury. Luther player card. Bane player. That's a dupe. And then we got the. We're gonna do the same thing with these. They're probably sticking together. It sounds like it. So yep, it's ripping up the bottoms. I mean, I really loved these type of cards. Fleer Ultra, Stadium Club, stuff like that. But this is what happened to them. And you didn't know it at the time. You know, I mean, they stuck a little in the pack. But they didn't have 20 years of sticking. All right. Starting to wonder if there's only 2 types, though. We're not going to go... Well, yeah, we will. We won't need to go through much more than seeing if the... In fact, I may... If this one is one of those 2, I may call it here and say I'd rather try to sell off 5 unopened decks than get more dupes. You know what I'm saying? And this one is, yep, it's Aquaman and Batman. We did get different cards because we got the Parasite and Metallo. But I don't know that there's going to be any. I mean, I guess in theory we could pull Nightwing, and that would be why I would. But I think that what else is the other one? And Bane again. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep the rest of them. Maybe eventually I may try to sell them, but I'm going to see about grading some of these, see if I get any traction, if anyone has any interest in any of them. And if so, then I'll open the rest of them and keep going. If not, I may try to sell them off as is. But this was just a fun thing to open because I had nothing to hunt specifically. I've got a box just like this of Buffy the Vampire Slayer CCG card game out there as well, which we'll be doing in the upcoming weeks. But I don't want to get too bogged down in the non-sports. I didn't remember. I forgot that I had done Marvel last week. Otherwise, I would have made sure. I would have just done the Leaf and not said anything. I would have said, guys, we're not hunting for anything special as far as rookies go. We're just filling up my PC. So the best Nolan Ryan, the best Don Mattingly, etc. And I would have done that just to make sure there was sports. I wouldn't have done 2 comic books back to back. Didn't dawn on me. So we're not going to do Buffy next week. That would just be 3 of those. I have a box of wrestling out there, WCW from the old days, that needs to be opened and seen. Lots of stuff like that. But I got to make sure that I'm doing at least 1, if not 2 or 3 sports in between them. So we're going to call it there. We're going to let this marinate. See what we like about it, what we don't like about it, see what we can do with it. Watch the sorting cards for grading purposes that I'm going to be doing more of. I got a bunch kicked in, and then I stopped. And I stopped because of work stuff. And I got that all straightened out, and I should be able to make these videos a little more often now. So I'm still looking for that one specific card, and once we do, we're going to send that off to PSA. So watch that series to see what I'm talking about, and come back next week. I do not know what we will have. It will be a surprise, but it will be baseball, football, or basketball. It will be a sport. It might be hockey. I'm watching a little bit of hockey now, approaching the playoffs. There's a bunch of Lightning or late 80s, 90s stars that I like to collect. So I may be opening some hockey soon. So watch for that. I'll see you guys later.